Seamus Wishbone here, reporting live with Weazel News. We're here in front of City Hall, Postal 640, where in just a few minutes, a new court trial is going to happen. I believe it is JJ Knolton of Knolton Law Firm versus Ileana Deluca. We're going to get some more details and get you as much coverage as we can with our cameras inside the courtroom. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, buddy. This is Akash Patel with Weazel News. I'm here with Miss Ileana Deluca today. We're here to talk about the court case. Miss Ileana, can you tell us a few things? A lot of people are wondering what caused this court case to come up. Can you give us a few insights about what's going on?
I'm not sure how much I can say up front, but basically, a lawyer who I've never met went onto Twitter, made a statement that caused a few of us to raise our eyebrows. And when we addressed it, more out of concern than anything, I feel like maybe we bruised his ego or offended him in some way, and it created a conversation. It was pretty mild conversation. I'm not really sure how it became a court case, but here we are.
Wild stuff going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with this court case. That's what I will say. Now, another question I have to ask you is, how are you feeling? Do you have any nerves about tonight's court case or any worries coming up tonight?
I don't feel worried or really nervous. I mean, it's always a little stressful going up in front of a judge, but I don't feel that I did anything wrong. I was very careful with my choice of words to not be offensive or rude, definitely not threatening. So I don't feel like there should even be a case tonight.
Interesting. Confidence is key, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Ileana has a whole boatload of it. I will say, I think that's going to wrap it up here as of right now. Back to you, Seamus.
Thank you, Akash. We're still here outside of City Hall. More people are showing up to this trial. And luckily, we've managed to see JJ Knolton of Knolton Law Firm. So we're going to send it right back over to Akash, getting that exclusive interview before the trial with JJ Knolton. Take it away, Akash.
Hello, buddies. This is Akash Patel with Weazel News. I'm here interviewing Mr. JJ Knolton about this court case. Mr. JJ, could you please give us some insight of what's going on inside this court case? A lot of people don't know. A lot of people are asking these questions. Any way you could show us, spread some light on this?
Basically, this individual has been talking smack on Twitter, saying things that aren't true, coming out and having complete disrespect toward my law firm. So instead of, taking it into our own hands like a lot of people do, I'm doing it the legal way.
Okay. And how are you feeling about this court case tonight? Are you feeling any nervous at all, anxious?
No, I feel fine. I feel my evidence shows what it needs to, and I just hope the justice system works in our favor tonight.
Well, JJ, I know you're quite busy right now. We got to get inside. I'm going to wish you good luck. I'm going to say on to the next segment.
Thank you.
Well, we're all set and ready. Looks like everyone is arriving. All spectators we have here, JJ Knolton himself and Ileana Deluca, seeming to have some sort of staring contest. Let's hope everything works out in everyone's favor. I mean, that's impossible, but one can only hope. We're going to wait for the judge here. I believe the new judge is named Anal Laquif. That's anal with an I. Let's wait, folks. Here we even have previous chief of police, James Carter, now retired, but still enjoying the festivities of a court trial.
We're here for civil matters. JJ Knolton versus Deluca, Ileana Deluca. You may go ahead and start. The person that's suing Deluca, JJ, or your representation.
I can't give you the exact date, but you do have that on paper.
Yep.
Anyways, individual to my right had not only defamated my business as a whole on social media by saying very untruthful and hurt things to attempt to belittle me and make me look like a dumbfounded individual. As you can see in the evidence that I submitted to you, the stuff that she said was not true at all. At one point, they stated that my bar exam was never held. My legal degree was never held, and that's completely untrue. And then she goes on further and tells how unintelligent I am, and how I'm basically no good attorney. And to put that out there on social media is very unprofessional. It's very ignorant to the fact that obviously my law firm is very well, and to tell a complete lie is beyond me. Furthermore, this individual has not only showed me that she's not scared to just say this ignorant stuff, but possibly come to me when unexpectedly and hurt me with how she looks. Her demeanor is fine, but from what I know about her and what I've heard about her, she has people behind her that are not so good. So they could keep that in mind, Your Honor. Furthermore, I'd like you to look at the evidence and review that and see how it feels about you when you are a business.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're looking for a settlement of $2 million, is that correct?
Your Honor, that's something that is obviously negotiable, but the settlement here and the lack of people and the amount of people that she's turned away from my law firm due to this fact is why I'm asking for that amount of money. But like I said, that amount is negotiable, and you can talk further after I do question this individual.
Of course. And just one more question. How much business do you say you think you've lost?
Oh, definitely. I mean, by that day, I did not get any clients. On average, I at least represent 4 to 5 people a day, making close to at least over $1 million easily. Sure. Other questions from you?
Sorry?
Any other questions from you?
No. You're good to sit.
Awesome. Thank you.
Miss Deluca, you want to come to the stand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So, so what happened on that day? Let's start with that.
Sure, Your Honor. What he failed to mention is how the conversation started. He actually went onto social media and made a bold statement about the crooked police. Myself and a few others browsed and responded back and said that it was pretty bold to make a statement such as that and open himself up.
Objection hearsay.
Open himself up for.
I'm gonna just let her speak for a second here, JJ.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Proper evidence for this.
I didn't know he was going to speak over you, Judge. My apologies. So as I was saying, he made that bold statement, and a few of us responded to him and said that he was opening himself up for a defamation
Objection,
lawsuit.
compound questioning.
I have no idea what
Come on.
that was about.
Sorry, keep going, Deluca.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to hear the whole what happened that day.
Yeah, of course. So I responded to him and I said that was a pretty wild statement for a lawyer to come out and make a conversation or a comment about the police like that, opening himself up for that lawsuit. He then responded to several of us at that time. He was pretty defensive. And then it just turned into a conversation. As you can see in the evidence, he failed, of course, to provide his side of the conversation. And I don't have those memories anymore since
now,
they were too large for my brain.
So, DeLuca, here's the problem, right? You didn't submit any evidence to me, right?
Correct.
So right now, this is all hearsay,
Mhm.
which causes a big problem. Okay. Now my next question is if he was saying the cops are crooked, how would you know if they are or aren't?
I don't, and I didn't respond to that whatsoever. My statement in regard to him was not in regard to whether or not what he said is truth or not truth. What I said was concern for him. I don't know this man. I've never met him before. I've never seen him since. I've never had a second conversation with him. It was all public right there on Twitter, on social media. The entire city saw the conversation. There was nothing negative, nothing. He's projecting. He said that I said he didn't pass the bar. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Whether he says that or not, that was not in the evidence that he provided you, number one. Number two, he said I'm unprofessional, but I'm not a lawyer. I am just a member of society, so I'm not sure how I was supposed to remain professional. 3, he claims that I could come to hurt him. He's projecting harm, but I've never threatened him. Nothing in that conversation was harmful. What I did say was out of concern. And then when he became defensive, I did as well. He said that I turned people from his business. I never made any statements in regard to no one should go to his business. That's up to him whether or not to earn people's business and their trust. And from a conversation that I just had out on the courthouse steps, I found out that in truth, the reason he was so upset about this is likely due to the fact that he recently had a felony on his record and lost a bunch of business in regard to that. That has nothing to do with me. I did not know this man. I do not care
Objection,
either way, Your Honor.
Objection.
Sure, Your Honor. I mean, that's simply it. The conversation that we had was definitely not inflammatory. It was, it started out of concern. I definitely did not try to, turn anybody away. From what I understand, the police told me that he put out a restraining order against myself on behalf of himself, his law firm, and each individual that works for him. However, I'm sorry,
for this, Your Honor, and you are not abiding by this objection.
I'm trying to look through this evidence at the same time here.
Thank you. Can you stop this conversation until you figure that out, though? Because we're getting a lot of unneeded stuff in here.
Exactly. So I'd like to go ahead and address that then. So defamation would mean that I slandered him or libeled him in some way, and I did not do that. So as you can see in the evidence that he provided, what I did was have a conversation where I bruised his ego, and that's unfortunate and unintentional. I didn't try to cause him any harm. And as like I said, when I originally started this conversation, it was out of concern because he opened himself up to a potential lawsuit. And being the head of the law firm in the city, I would think that he would want to protect himself. And instead that turned him on the attack. And I am not sure why. He's stating that, I have people around me that could come for him. I'm not sure what he's alluding to, but that is not in case the fact. I've never harmed anyone.
All right, I'm going to ask, do you have a criminal record of any sort that has felonies for him to think that?
I did recently get stopped. I was speeding. I stopped to help the police when I saw that they were...
That's speeding, but did you kill anybody? Have you killed anybody?
No, of course not. I've never harmed anyone.
Okay.
So I just have a couple questions for you. I mean, nothing too serious. At any time, do you hang out with anyone that commits crimes, if you don't mind me asking, yes or no?
I don't know of anybody who's committed a crime.
Are you in any gang or gang affiliated?
I'm in a family.
I didn't ask that. I asked if you're in a gang or anything gang affiliated.
Correct, and I asked and answered.
I'm asking again, are you in a gang at any
No, I'm in a family.
What's a family? Can you further on that, please?
Sure, it's a family. It's a group of people who have come together with common ground, who are about taking care of ourselves, taking care of one another, and making sure that we don't ever have to go hungry.
Anyone in your family, sorry.
Yo, come on, guys. Stop.
Is there anyone in your family dangerous or has committed felonies?
Not to my knowledge.
Is there anyone in your family that would, quote unquote, have your back if anything was to go down?
Of course, I would hope so. That's what family's for, right?
What would your family do if something was to go down?
They would take care of me.
And how would they do that?
How would I project to answer that?
Would they go as far as hurting someone?
Of course not. We're harmless.
Are you lying? Because you
No.
laughed. That was a pretty guilty laugh.
I laughed because it was a pretty ignorant question.
Your Honor, what's your necklace mean?
You can't be saying ignorant question, right? He's just asking you questions. Stick to yes or no, please. Deluca.
He asked why I laughed, Your Honor. I was answering the question.
What's your necklace mean?
It means get money Gambinos. Like I said, we're about making sure we never go hungry.
Get money Gambinos, you said?
Correct.
And how do you get that money?
I work, I farm, I recycle, I do a lot of things to get money.
Interesting. So is it true that you've had drugs on you before?
No. It's true that I had 2 bottles of acetone for my friend's nail salon, and there was a misunderstanding at first.
Interesting. For her nail salon. Where's her nail salon at?
It's down off Legion Square.
That's funny. And what's the name of that nail salon?
She does it out of her home.
So she's doing it illegally?
No, it's not illegal to run a business out of your home.
Non-registered.
You do understand the law, right?
Can we get this back into this defamation and harassment case, please? I feel like you're
Definitely,
going
Your
off
Honor.
the road a bit.
I'm asking questions. I'm sorry.
Are you leading to a point?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay,
The
go ahead.
MC members, sit the fuck down, shut up, and be good.
Sorry, there's.
Rizzo, shut up.
Thank you, guys. So my next question is for you: is why, or have you ever had any incidents like this with anyone else before?
I haven't.
Why
I'm
me?
truly confused why we're here. You say why me, but I don't know you. I've never met you. That was our only conversation. I've never seen you since. I didn't even know who you were when you entered the courtroom. I think that you are potentially paranoid because I literally don't know you and you've taken up zero space in my mind since. I didn't even think about it ever again.
Why would you say such a thing if you don't know someone? Why would you assume such a thing if you don't know someone?
What did I assume?
You assumed I was unintelligent, as seen in the
No,
evidence.
I didn't assume that. You
did.
clearly
And
made that
assumed-
obvious on social
you
media.
you also assumed that I myself did not pass the bar.
No,
and
I
you
didn't
said
make that assumption.
You
Where's
did.
the evidence stating so?
1 second, let me see if I can find that. The city. And believe me, if I ever need one, I would call one who was professional and actually pass the bar exam.
Correct, but I didn't say you didn't pass the bar. I said that I would look
You
for a
said that
lawyer
actually-
with
that
experience and actually
that-
pass the bar.
okay.
Correct. 100%. You're right. I did say that.
So you did say that. So you are a
I did
liar
say that.
from what I hear.
No, I did not say that you
Your
didn't
Honor,
pass the bar.
Your Honor, I've asked enough. Thank you.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. Did you want to put him on the stand?
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's proven my case for me.
All right.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, both sides have spoken.
A recess for 5 minutes, please.
We'll see what happens after the recess here when Judge Anal Laqueef makes his decision on who is the winner here.
Your Honor, could you explain how there was personal harassment when there was one conversation ever? Never met this man before? Never since?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain that. Sorry, there. Obviously, you can see there's a bunch of clowns in this courtroom.
Literally.
Shut the fuck up, guys.
So, yeah. So I'll explain it to you. So you put on Twitter multiple times, and you tagged him and a woman named Candace. Now the Candace woman I'm not worried about because that's not what this case is in between. It's the amount of times you added JJ Knolton. All right, that's where the harassment is. Now, if you provided evidence of your side, it'd be a different story.
So replying to this man who was having a conversation with me is harassment?
Well, you're saying you're replying, but I don't see his
Your Honor, during this
tweets.
Court hearing, he did not deny having a conversation with me.
Of course he didn't deny it, but I don't see it here either, right?
Okay, but that doesn't mean that that's harassment.
Your Honor,
I'm
is this
replying
your
to a
judgment,
conversation.
or is this?
Yeah, I'm explaining the judgment here.
Thank you.
So I definitely see the harassment.
That's crazy.
Also, I do see how it would be a loss of business, though.
Wow, this child.
Miss Luca, please let me speak.
Your Honor, this is crazy.
I do see how there is loss of business with these tweets being towards you, but I do not see any defamation. Okay? She has never, she might have tweeted towards you, but there is no sentence in there that directly points it towards you. She's basically going around that, saying that, she's looking for someone with a degree or that passed the bar, whatever. So I don't see defamation. That being said, I do not believe it is worth a $2 million lawsuit, but I do award Mr. Knolton $250,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
All that for 250, JJ? This could have easily been avoided without your Twitter fingers.
Not just that, but
all right, order in this court, okay?
If it had been a timely lawsuit, there would have been evidence.
We're still in court.
Jesus.
All right. So that being said, I will take Deluca to the back. I will get that lawsuit money unless she does not. Do you have that money as of right now?
Of course I do.
Okay. I will get that from her and I'll give it directly to you. Okay, Mr. Knolton.
Thank you.
All right. This court proceeding is now over.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank God,
it.
Jesus Christ.
And there you have it. Judge Anal has ruled in favor
Shit law
of
works at its
JJ
finest.
Knolton, giving him $250,000. Not the $2 million he was looking for, but still a slight victory for Knolton.
You hurt my feelings, JJ.
We're gonna go see if we can get some interviews
Definitely not.
with anyone involved in this court case. Stay tuned.
Hello, buddy. This is Akash Patel once again. We're back at the courthouse where the hearing has just been finished. I'm here with Mrs. Deluca right here. Miss Deluca, tell me, how do you feel about your current court hearing and how it went?
I feel that in the court of public opinion, it was quite obvious that JJ Knolton was reaching, if anything, maybe to minimize it. However, the judge's hands were tied. They waited too long for this court case. I no longer had evidence from my side, and the evidence that Knolton provided to the judge was very one-sided. He deleted his part of the conversation, so it looks like I was just adding him over and over and over. So by definition of the law, if he's not responding, which I couldn't prove, although the entire city saw the conversation, by definition of law, he was right with the personal harassment. Although the rest of us, know that that's not the case. And I was responding to him in each of those messages. I had no way to prove it.
Now, this was also the first court case that this new judge has resided over, I believe. What do you feel like about him? Do you think he did well tonight? Do you think he could have been a little bit better? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think that, he could have used some common sense and maybe prodded Knolton to provide the remaining evidence. Judges know that that is not the case, right? That I wasn't talking to myself. It was obviously responses. And it's just what it is, There's not much I can do about it now, but hopefully he grows and learns, as he takes on more cases. And, Knolton's, he's a little slick. So, now we know. And the people of the city have seen this court case and they know to keep any evidence when there's a conversation or an interaction with this man.
All right. And with your words, how do you feel like Mr. Knolton is very slick with things, right? Do you think there was some mistrust going on here in the courthouse? Do you think there was
Well,
some
like I said, yeah, he only
devious
provided
things
half
going-
the evidence.
Yes.
When you delete your part of the conversation, you're either having an affair or you're doing something slick, right? And I'm not having an affair with this man. So there was definitely something slick going on. But that's my fault for not keeping the evidence for a week.
So today you feel like justice was not served. Do you think maybe
Of
anytime in the
course.
future, you might try to start up your own law firm to help give proper justice for the people of the city?
I mean, it's an interesting proposition. We'll see where my path takes me. I am pretty well educated. And as I said before, I know how to do research and look into things. And it's something that maybe I'm potentially open to. I did, in fact, run a law firm in another city in another life. But, I was trying to move on from that. It's a hard life. It's tough being a part of the legal system. So we'll see.
Well, I want to thank you, Ms. DeLuca, for being here with me tonight, and I hope you do find justice soon. With that being said, it's been a Kosh with Weazel News. Good night.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the court case, JJ Knolton versus Ileana Deluca. Turns out it went into JJ's favor. Instead of his $2 million settlement that he wanted, he's going to be getting a $250K settlement. Make sure you tune in next time for Weazel News with me, Officer Bones, Seamus Wishbone, and the other guy. I don't know his name. And Jartavius Franklin III. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Bye-bye.